I walk the streets with my swagger on, supernatural, facing a million opponents, and my role is to act alone. Lights, camera when the action's on. Where I roam is a battle zone, a vigilante in the catacombs. But I rock with a hot shot like a clock when it's cocked and popped and the lead is gone. People say that my head is gone, but it's them same people with need of my help when I'm heading home in life. They say that everybody got a purpose, so I roam the city streets like faulty cellular service. The hot shot sharpshooter superhero, destined to shine like light through the dark and evil. I fight for what's right in the hearts of people and try to open y'all eyes, cause it's hard to see truth. You ever feel like everybody's the same but you different? That's when you know you're here to make a difference. Hot shot, you got a choice to make, stand up or stand down. Fight or flight, get up, bang out. The world's waiting, can't wait to see what you about. It's showtime, act now. Hot shot, you got a choice to make, stand up or stand down.
A new hero emerged, vowing to protect the innocent and serve justice around the world, while maintaining a normal life as an art student. Introducing Hotshot.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Merry Christmas. How y'all doing? Mike Watson here, aka most epic, the most enthusiastic person in comics, and I'm the publisher of Freestyle Comics and the writer and co-creator, artist on Hotshot, the series that is happening right now live on Kickstarter. Where is it? Doom. Right there. Boom. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Right there. You go to fskgo.com because our backs are to the wall. This is the last stand. Picture any epic movie moment, any anime, where all odds are against the heroes. There is nothing left for them to do. It looks like it's all over. But then you hear the character say, "Believe it," or "I could do this all day," or "Kame, Hame, Ha." And they win. They come from behind. They pull it from the trenches, from below. That's what we're doing right now. That's what we're going to do. You're going to witness. You're going to witness one of the greatest come from behind victories in Kickstarter history right now. We're down 1,800 points. That's dollars, y'all. $1,800. And over the course of this 73 minutes, we're going to get all 1,800 of those dollars. We're going to get them all. And we're going to hit. Because today has been a great day. And it's going to continue to be a great day. What's up? What's up? Let's do this, people. Yes, Kyron. There's still time. There is still time. You know, today is Friday. It's payday for a lot of y'all. There is still time. And if you've already pledged, that's great. Thank you so much. Share it out. Let's share it out to more and more people. Let me see here. I want to see this article, dang it. I'm going to talk about some things. I want to hang out, chill out. We'll talk about some things that are going on that are populating. Hold up, let me make the Facebook public. Because we're on YouTube right now. Let's see here. We're on YouTube. We're on FSK Facebook. We're on my personal Facebook. That's crazy. Oh, we're on my LinkedIn. We're on Twitch. We're on Kick. And we're on TikTok. Yeah. So let's go ahead. Let's make this happen. Hey, Kyron, I appreciate you, man. You did look. Whatever you can do is appreciated, whether you can pledge or whether you can share it. So first out to everyone in the indie community that has shared this campaign and tried to get eyes on it, trying to get people to pledge and back and support it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all. Hotshot was all over. It was all over time streams. It was all over timelines, and it was a beautiful thing to see. And so I'm very, very appreciative of the indie community, my friends and family who all tried to share and post and push and get people to get over to this campaign. Thank you. You guys did a great job, and it's really appreciated. Kyron, whatever you were willing to pledge on there, I'm happy for you. I appreciate you. You've also been a big supporter of this campaign and other campaigns and things like that. So whatever you have the ability to do is always going to be appreciated by me and the FSK family. But here we are, dog. It's the last inning. The bottom of the ninth is the last 2 minutes on the court. And we got to get $1,800. We got to get $1,800 before 9:30 Eastern PM time. All right. That's like 70 minutes, y'all. Let me see here. Yeah, that's 70 minutes exactly. Kickstarter just said it. 70 minutes. Tony Clapper, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, so it's the holiday season, and I knew it was going to be tough trying to get a Kickstarter during Christmas, but I really wanted to get this trade done. I really wanted to get this trade out here before the end of the year, because at the top of the year, what I want to launch with is Hotshot 13. Then we're going to go into Hotshot 13. Then we're going to go into Emerald Quest number 4. And then the new book, the new title that we have with the new creative. And we have a bunch of books lined up for next year. So really just, wanted to go right into it. But, we're going to hit this goal so we can do that, because we need to get the volume 3 trade out there. That's volume 1, 2, and 3 of Hotshot. Let's take a gander at this Kickstarter. It's the final countdown. Absolutely. Let's take a look at this Kickstarter. All right, here we are. 2,200 exactly. We need $1,800 to hit this goal. We got 69 minutes, and we're sitting at 56 backers. I know the holiday season stuff, but let me look at you this way. We go ahead and fund this tonight. Every single person that's backed on here, I'm going to create a holiday gift card notice. That means it's going to be something I'm going to make, and I will make them tomorrow so they can go out immediately to everyone. So think about using this Kickstarter as a Christmas present for somebody that likes comic books, somebody that likes cool comic book merch. I'll create this announcement card so you can gift wrap it, put it under the tree, and then they can open it up, whoever you want to gift it to, and you can say, your rewards are coming in 2025 February. This is just your Christmas notification that the elves are working hard, and we just ran out of time. But this pajama set or this Christmas sweater or these books are going to come to you in February 2025. Just know that it's already paid for and taken care of. So those are absolutely in the plan here for me between tonight and tomorrow when we hit this Kickstarter, go out to people so you can use these as Christmas presents, because why not? It is Christmas time, and we have a really dope Christmas sweater. All right, going down here. You know what Hotshot is. Hotshot's a young man in college trying to prove to his ex-girlfriend he never cheated on her without revealing that he is a superhero. But we know how that goes, because we're on issue 12. 12 of Hotshot. What up, Ryan? All right. So Hotshot, what are you hoping for? Hotshot Trade Volume 3 is a 100+ page superhero action fantasy comic book, fully illustrated and in color. And this book at times goes from 22 pages to 24 pages to 26 pages. Our last issue was like 33 pages. So you're getting a ton of comic in each one of these books. But for the trade, it's over 100 pages. It collects issues 9 to 12 of Hotshot, the ongoing series. Do you hear me? The ongoing series. And for everyone that backs this campaign, you're going to get a full pencil preview of issue 13, because 13 has been completely drawn. Issue 13 is completely drawn. It is getting colored, it is getting inked, and it is getting lettered as we speak. It's going to be the comics are saddle stitched on 80-pound gloss text paper interiors with 60-pound cardstock covers. Trades are perfect bound. Each book will be individually bagged and boarded. Orders will ship in Gemini mailers, and what's this? Physical and digital bags will receive stretch goal rewards in digital form only, and for the digital backers. Physical backers get both. I'm stumbling over my own words. I'm so excited about this amazing comeback that we're about to get ready to have. Here are the two trade covers. We have the version cover and we have the regular cover. Drawn and inked by me, colored by Veronica Smith. And this same one, drawn and inked by me, colored by Veronica Smith on both of these covers. Hold on. Oh no. See if I can get you a little better looky look there. All right. Here's what comic critics and pros are saying about Hotshot. Alvin Ball. The first time I read Hotshot, I wish I wrote it. The villain void is right up my alley. Kaylee Robertson of It's Kay's Business. The artistic merit of each issue evolves and grows, and I am continually surprised by the progression of the visual effects. Well done. Now, we're not going to sit here and read all these, but Rachel says Hotshot rocks. It does, in fact. Hotshot does, in fact, rock. Here we go. And we're going through. So a lot of critics have chimed in on the Hotshot series. Here's a preview of it. Issues 9 through 12 collect the Unforgiven saga. Hotshot is going through the ringer here in the Unforgiven saga. He has failed to save some people. He's taken a lot of that responsibility on himself. It has caused and triggered some trauma he experienced as a child, and he has to face said trauma in this arc, in this very trade. This is one of my favorite pages from it. And this right here is my favorite image of Hotshot getting punched. It is my favorite image that I have drawn of Hotshot getting punched. There's some classroom interaction right there. There is our full blast moment. That's a double page spread, baby. Shout out to Dragon Ball Z. This page, I love doing this page. This is the opening page to issue 10. And you get to see, no, issue 11. You get to see all the damage that happened from Hotshot dropping the ball. This was a very fave page of mine. We have a lot of guest stars in this page. We have Brad Arney in this page. We have Alyssa Sanchez in this page. We have Ted Sakura. We have Moana McAdams. We have Danny J. Quick. We have Lonzo Starr. We've got ID, Inevitably Dope. We got Dana here. All cameo appearances. And I just love this page so much with them all on here. All right. So we got different rewards. We got this early bird special at $20, y'all. It's a $30 value. Then we got the $50 early bird special to get you trade volume 1, 2, and 3. That's a $75 value right there. There is our Christmas sweater. I love this thing so much. I will have it. And the pajamas. All right. It's not a game. Getting these pajamas. And when I get them, I'm going to wear them every day. I'm going to wear them every day. We got a long sleeve tee that's really cool and really dope. We got the level 8, which is a lot, big fan level. But the FSK Fanatic level includes so much stuff. $900 value in this package. We're giving this to you guys for $500. Stretch goals, because we're gonna hit, right? We're gonna hit. So we're gonna hit in this time frame. So stretch goals. It is a acrylic chibi charm. I'll post that. I'll show you guys that here in a little bit. And metal bookmarks. We have a set of metal bookmarks that are really dope. Now, here's some more reasons why you should rock with us. We are the 2023 Beam Award winner for Publisher of the Year. Hotshot was nominated in the Indie Comics Awards as favorite superhero. I was nominated as favorite artist. You know what I'm saying? We are accredited out here in this book. Accredited. And you're gonna get access to our entire library. There's options to get access to our entire library of comic books on this Kickstarter. And when I say the entire library, I mean the entire library. These are all of our books, y'all. These are all of our books. It's a lot of comic. That's a lot of comic right there. Then, of course, the team behind Hotshot. We got James Couts. He was the inker for issue 9. Eric Foster lettered issue 10. Michelle, she did the flats for issue 10. Brian J. Lambert and Danny J. Quick, table read and feedback. I tossed them out early issues to get their feedback on them. Matt Keltner inking issue 13. Hotshot is the first comic in the Hotshot verse, the very first title that we ever released in this universe. I have drawn every single issue, and then I took over writing duties on issue 9. Victor Danders, co-creator, architect of the FSK, he wrote the first 6.5 issues, the hardest working man in comics. Lori Foster, she came on inking on issue 10, and she also helps with inks on the Vigilance series. Veronica, who was nominated for, wait a minute, she's the winner. Sorry, corrected. Sorry, Veronica. Veronica is the colorist of the year in 2023 for the Beam Award, and she's been coloring Hotshot since issue 7, and she's been executive editor of ours since issue 9. Lettering since issue 5, editor since issue 8, editor-in-chief since issue 9 is Danny motherfucking Cooper. All right. That's the FSK team. That is the Freestyle Comics Hotshot team that is bringing you this book. And right now, 13 completely drawn. We've got a few pages with some letters. It's getting inked right now and colored right now. Hotshot 14 is, we got like, I think 7 pages of pencils and about 6 pages of inks going into that one. That one's written by Travis Gibb. And issue 15, we're going to be doing a crossover with Ace Blade. So we are really looking forward to it. And we really want to keep the momentum going on this bad boy. We really want to keep the momentum going on this bad boy and keep it running and keep it cooking. So whatever you guys can do, dig down deep. We got 59 minutes to raise $1,800. I know you guys are getting like your credit cards and your checkbooks ready and all that good jazz, and just pouring over you. Like, you're so excited. You're fumbling the keyboard trying to hurry make your pledge. I know it. But take a deep breath, take your time, and just make the pledge before the 59th minute strikes. All right, here we go. Let's get out of there. Stop the screen sharing there, and then we're gonna come in here. Now, a lot of cool things happening in the Hotshot universe. Let me just go over the list of books that we have in the works right now. Cypher number 5. That's going to feature Wolf number 4, Instinct number 1, brand new character, Regulars number 2, and Monster Crusade, which is replacing a title, a continuation of a story with a new title. Those are all in coloring and lettering stages right now. Hotshot 13 already updated that, and 14 and 15. Sourcebook 3 and 4 are done. Vigilance number 5, we're getting the layouts done for those right now. Guido's still coming back with those. Stephanie wrote a killer issue, and she also wrote the 6th issue. So once we get done with number 5, we're rolling right in number 6. We just might make that the Kickstarter launch for that Vigilance 5 and 6. Just doing both, because it's been a minute since we had a new Vigilance issue outside of the trade that we just did. Emerald Quest number 4. Being colored right now by Vess. Vess is coloring that. And then I forgot to tell you, we got issue 1 completely redrawn by Seth Demus. We got issue 3 completely redrawn by Seth Demus. And Seth already redrew issue 2. So when we release the trade, which will have issues 1 through 4, it will have all the new art from Seth Demus and colors from Vess on that entire run. Very, very excited about that. But we will be dropping issue 4 first. And Seth drew that one. Vess is coloring it right now. 5-star number 3, that is in final editorials right now. Zero Event number 2 is, the layouts are done, so we are ready to move on to pencils. The layouts look chef kiss. Mike is killing it on those layouts. I can't wait to see his pencils. And then that bad boy getting inked to color. Zero Event number 3, Victor is in the middle of finishing up that script. And when we do Zero Event, we're going to do Zero Event all together when we launch it. It'll be 1, 2, and 3 in a trade. One big trade called the Zero Event. And it's going to have issues 1, 2, and 3 all in that. So you're going to get that full story in one setting. And then, of course, our new title that's coming out, coming through FSK. We have an amazing creator coming on board, and they're bringing their book here with us. I can't announce that right now, but I can't announce who that is, but we will be announcing that. And then the Chat and Draw, the full volume. Chat and Draw, the full volume. I can't even tell you. Look, let me just go to YouTube real quick, because I haven't counted. Because I've been getting so many episodes of Chat and Draw. I just kind of lost track of counting it, because I'll have the schedule set, and then we'll get some other people in. I'm trying to squeeze them into that week. So we've got a bunch of episodes. But let's see. Let's see how many total episodes of Chat and Draw. Let me see here. My videos. Yes, my videos. Take me to my videos. And then we're going to go to lives. I'm going to go Chat and Draw. Oh, look. Now, I know a couple of these episodes don't count because it was just like me goofing off or whatnot. But as of now, 345 episodes of Chat and Draw. 345 episodes of Chat and Draw. So we're doing a full art book of Chat and Draw. Everything I've ever done on Chat and Draw is going into this book. Full book. Hey, Sarah, what's up? Full book, hardbound. And the layout for what the pages are going to be already done. We had an already designed and laid out for those. But of course, it's going to take me a minute to get everything colored, because everything is not colored. Because I do black and white artwork on Chat and Draw, and then I got to get it colored by somebody else, or I color them sometimes when I can. So we're talking at least 300 pieces of artwork in one big collected volume for Chat and Draw. Yeah, so that's what we're looking like next year. That's what we're looking like. That's what we're getting into, and I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be fantastic. What about the times you did double episodes? I think that's included into the YouTube, because even when I did a double episode and like I went off and I came on, it still was the Chat and Draw. And then the one time where I just stayed on for a long period of time, that's just still one big episode. So we're sitting at about 345 episodes of Chat and Draw. I'm going to have to go through this and like really get a real count, a real assessment on what that ordering is for those. And I need to do that here soon. But yeah, so whole lot of content to go into that. So we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh yeah, Emerald Quest number 5 is already written by Brian Lambert. Already done. All right. And I lost track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we're talking about 17 projects in some way of getting those all into a release schedule for next year. we might have to stack up the Kickstarters to like where maybe it's like a 3 or 4 book release on them, but that's tomorrow's problem. Today we are facing the Galactic Empire, and we're trying to take them down with one starship against 1,800. So that's what we need to roll in here, y'all. That's what we need. Let's make it happen. Share this stream out. Let's reach as many people as we can. Hotshot the Unforgiven series. This saga is very, very important to me. Maybe some of you do know this and some of you don't. But the story talks about physical abuse. Talks about how what my mom went through, what I experienced as a kid watching it, and how ultimately I feel like I failed my mom. And this story is, it's important, and it's more important than I thought it was, because when I let other people read it, like my friends, let my colleagues read it, and they were giving me feedback on it. Obviously, I'm fully aware that spousal abuse is a thing. It happens. It's like it happens more so than not, and it's terrible, right? But what I did not realize is how many of my friends and colleagues in the indie community have been affected by it. And that's wild work when you give somebody something like this to read and they say, shit, dog, that's how it felt for me when, I watched that and I saw that as a kid. And you're like, this thing is really like big. It's like it's in a big net and it affects a lot of people. I am severely bothered by it because even though being an adult, I know that there was nothing I could have done as a child but make the situation worse and get messed up myself, right? I know that as an adult, but there's still, this part of me that says that you failed your mother. You failed her. You stood there, you didn't help, and you could have. There was something that you could have done. And it sucks to experience that, and it sucks to feel that. And this obviously wasn't just like a one-time thing. This is something that happened several times. And eventually, I got stuff together, and I grabbed the bat, and I stood in front of my mom, and shielded her from him or whatnot. And it's a crazy situation, and I hold no. Obviously, I'm not copacetic with that person that was doing that stuff with my mom. Uh, he doesn't get an in or anything like that with me, and I've just always had this grudge against him. And so, how do we get to making this story, right? How do we get to where we're talking about like we're making it into a comic book story? Well, Hotshot has something going on with his powers that they are blocked. Where he cannot access his powers when he needs to access his powers to the gravity of what he needs to use them. There have been these moments where he's extruded terrible amounts of power, and he can't call upon that when he needs to call upon it, which sucks as a superhero because he can really use that power at certain times. And I've always had this thing saying there's something was blocking him, keeping him from access to those bigger scales and scopes of power. But in my head, I didn't know what that was. I never knew what it was. I always had like a BS reason for it, but never really anything that's been worked out or anything like that. And I didn't work it out until I found out that my stepfather, who hurt my mother, lived in Columbus. I live in Columbus. I am from Cleveland, if you did not know that. And I had no idea that he was down here. And there was a party for my nephew or my sister's son. And this is my sister's father. They have a good relationship. She did not experience or, she wasn't around for what I experienced as a child. So her relationship with her father is good. And he has done things to turn himself around or whatnot. But I am petty and never forgave him for it. And I will not. And that's okay. And so there was a party and for my nephew. And my sister invited me and my family, my wife and my kids. And she was like, yeah, it's going to be at this time. Da, 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 da. And then her husband in the background was like, hey, did you tell Mike your dad's going to be there? And she was like, oh, no, I did not. My father's going to be there. Are you good? And I was like, no, I should be fine. I'm all right. I'm good. Because I want to go see my nephew. I love my nephew. I love my sister. I want to go see them. I want to go, party with them. And our kids get along really well. That's family. So let's go. I'll be fine. So we show up to the party and we get there and I see everybody, see the entire family, and my kids are with me, my wife is with me, and we're walking around saying hello to everyone. And I see my stepfather. And it's like everything in that moment, everything from my childhood rushed back at me. And it was there. And I felt like this little kid again. And he saw me and he came over to say, "Hey, what's up?" And he held out his hand. And I wasn't even like present, man. Like I wasn't even there. And I looked down and like I took his hand and I shook it. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, what the are you doing? What are you doing right now? And I took it back and we walked away. And like I just had this feeling of fear. And I didn't want him talking to me. I didn't want him talking to my kids. I didn't want him talking to my wife. I didn't want to be around there. And all these feelings of like, oh, you're a coward. How much shit have you talked about? If you saw him, it would be on site. And you would just haul off and whoop his ass on site. Didn't matter where it was. But it does matter where it is. Because this is my nephew's birthday party. This is my sister and her family all celebrating my nephew. But then I started doubting myself, and now I can't reconcile whether I am still scared and afraid of what could happen or what would be, versus am I just trying to save face so I don't ruin my nephew's birthday party or ruin what my sister has set up. And so I told my sister I had to go. I had to leave. And I was just torn. I was torn up, and I was angry, and I was mad, and I was sad. Like I felt like I let my mother down all over again. All over again, I failed my mom. And the more and more that I thought about this, and it retconned in my head. In case you don't know this about me, I am, as my as my first grade teacher said, I have the biggest imagination in the world. I will walk into a mall and into a store or whatnot. Wait, there aren't no more malls, right? There's no more malls. There's just stores. I'll walk into a store and I will imagine Sentinels crashing in on the ceiling and Wolverine and Jubilee landing next to me and saying, "You're a mutant, bub. Get out the way." And I'm like, "What?" And then the Sentinel puts his hand up and targets me and is like, "Michael Watson, surrender, mutant, registered, level, alpha, gamma." And I'm all like, "Oh shit, I'm an X-Man." And then I imagine, me fighting with X-Men. This is my regular thought process in my head. I walk around, like, people walk around with, like, necklaces and rings and shit and jewelry. I walk around to events with a lightsaber. That's my jewelry. Because one day, the earth is going to open up and dragons and demons are going to come out, and I'm going to regret not having my lightsaber with me. That's just to put you on the mental scope of how I think on a regular basis. No, Kyron, we haven't funded yet, but we're going to. And so I'm trying to deal with all these emotions and feelings inside of me right now. And I called my mom and I talked to her about it, and it started clicking for me. Or like, what if I could use this in a story to be the thing that's Hotshot's block, that is blocking Hotshot from being all that he can be. And I talked to my mom about that and asked her if it would be cool if I did this story that would be revealing of this type of situation, because a lot of people that read the book know that Hotshot is based off of him. And she was fine with it. She said, "Go ahead, tell that story. That's yours to tell." So I talked to my sister about it because I didn't want her to be caught off guard with it, and she was okay with it as well. And then started the long haul of figuring out, how do I incorporate it? What is this story going to look like? And in the Hotshot series, Mike, aka Hotshot, has a lot of things going against him, a lot of things that don't go his way, and he is a struggling young superhero. But I did notice, like in issue 7 and 8 with the crossover with Diamond Girl, he was too comfortable with his powers. He was flexing, and I didn't want him flexing that good yet in the book. So I needed to knock him back a peg or two. So I wrote issue 9 because there was things that I forgot about in the series that needed to be put in there. So when you read this book, when you read the series, it felt like an entire series. It felt whole. filled uniform. Now I know the Hotshot series isn't perfect. This is my first comic book that I've ever professionally done, and it is the Hotshot has existed the length and breadth of freestyle comics. So if you wanted to compare and see what FSK was, I would always tell you to read the entire Hotshot series because that is what FSK is. Hotshot is the good, the bad, and the ugly, the great, the wonderful, and loving of freestyle comics from start to current to present. And so when I wrote that issue, I needed to knock Hotshot back, but I also needed to circle around to some things that have already happened. And as I'm figuring out what the Unforgiven story is going to be, I'm remembering specifically Hercules. Hercules, the animated series from Disney, when Herc loses his powers, and the question's being asked to him, or he's asking a question: "Am I even a hero? Because I won't go out there. I'm not out there fighting because I don't have powers." So was I ever really a hero? Was I only a hero because I had power, because I had that strength? And I thought that was great. I thought that was an amazing story element. And I wanted to flip that on his head as best as I could for Hotshot. Hotshot's a superhero who got powers one night on the Zero event. And he just started being a superhero the next day. Didn't ask any questions, just started doing it and learning the hard way of how to be a hero. Right? Then he's been doing all this stuff, doesn't have full control over his powers. And it's like the one moment in his life where he could have been a hero despite not having powers. He didn't do it. He ran away from it. So is he a hero? Is he a hero now because he's flexing and he has superpowers to do something? Because a real hero would do something whether they had power or not because they were a hero. So that was the theme of mine as I was trying to write the Unforgiven saga and question that thing. And I wanted to start off with something. Something had to trigger Hotshot. Something had to trigger these things. Now we've had some bad things happen to him and whatnot, but in issue 10, he fails to save people, and not without standing. He was rocking really well, and he ran out of steam and thought everything was good, but it was not. And he didn't have enough strength or energy to get this last save off, and some people died. And that experience triggered some trauma with him. He was already having these visions, these dreams, and now it shook up some stuff from his childhood. And now we're having dreams of little Mike in a hallway hearing sounds against a door he can't open. And those sounds are what seems like his mother being hurt. And no matter what he does, he can't get the door open. And then all of a sudden you flip it and he's Hotshot. He remembers, oh, I'm Hotshot. I got superpowers. But his powers aren't working. They're not working, just like the powers have failed him before. Or he failed to control those powers. And this is a reoccurring nightmare for him. And he's starting to see these things. And, he's trying to get back and right. He's trying to figure out how to, make up for his failures and stuff. But it's not working. It's not working. And one day he gets a phone call from his sister that it's happening again. And without asking any questions, he already knows what it is. And he takes off from Columbus to Cleveland immediately. Right? He goes home and he sees it. The same scenario, the same scene, the same setup of this man hurting his mother. Full-blown, grown up with superpowers, with a chance to rectify what he feels is one of the biggest mistakes he's ever made in his life. What are you gonna do? You gonna throw them hands. Gonna throw those hands. And he noticed there is something different about him, but he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. If anything, it gives him more reason not to hold back, because it appears that his stepfather is possessed by the same entity of darkness that Void, Void, has used before to control people. But he really doesn't care. It just means that he can go even harder. And this is a very emotional fight, more so than it's physical. And like, I got a lot of great feedback from Victor Dandridge, Daisy Quick, Brian J. Lambert, Danny Cooper, um, Tony Clapp, and just hearing, some storytelling elements, and make the fight is a big slobber knocker, but there's some emotional ties that you got to put in that as well, and to make the fight more prudent, to make the fight bigger, raise the scales of it, because it's not just like the physical thing. It's really the battle with the emotions that's happening here. And that's the Unforgiven saga. That's where it came from. That's where I got the idea from it from, or the idea from, and that is issues 9 through 12. Issue 13 picks up immediately after it. It is more of an epilogue than anything. So if you get the trade, or rather, once you get the trade from this Kickstarter, you're not missing out on anything. 9 through 12, it's a beginning, a middle, and end. And if I was doing a TV show, that's exactly like where I would end it at. And then you pick up the next episode to see what's going to happen, to see the fallout from that previous issue. So 13 is good. 13 is good. I think it rounds everything out and pulls you in. What's up? How you doing? Just talking about the Kickstarter we got going on right now. We've got 34 minutes left. We got 34 minutes left on the Kickstarter. We're trying to get $1,800 in 34 minutes. So we've got a little bit of a mountain to climb, but I'm sure it's going to get in. It's going to happen. We've got some people with some big pockets watching, and I know they just like they want to wait till the last minute so they can get that last minute save. And that's okay. I'm here for it. We might have a way to make that happen. Do you know anything about cryptocurrency? I know nothing about cryptocurrency. All I know is dollars. And that's what we need on the Kickstarter. I appreciate that though. But we need dollars to be pledged on there. But yeah, so Unforgiven is a very important, Unforgiven is an important saga. It's an important trade. Issue 12 was the first time that we had to put a clip. What was it? Not a cliffhanger, but a warning. Like we use strong language for the first time ever in the Hotshot book. And, I had to put a warning on there that some of the scenes that you may see may be disturbing. They may be triggering for you. So, we also had to put that paper in there saying, if you know anybody going through this, or if you're going through this, here's a number to call to seek help. If you make a wallet, we are going to help you out tonight. You can return crypto into money in minutes. Don't fade what's about to happen. I appreciate that, man. I just don't know nothing about that. And I don't think I'm going to learn enough about it in 33 minutes to hit the goal. So, but if you got $1,800 that you want to pledge onto this Kickstarter, that'd be great. Or you want to share it to some people that may be able to do it. So what happened? Where was that? We told you about where the story came from, told you about the story, but yeah. So it's important to get this trade out because I think it helps. It's a great conversation starter. It may help somebody else be able to speak on it. It helped a lot of people that I know open up and talk about it, and it did give me some closure in doing this. It was like my own kind of therapy, really. Drawing this book and writing this book. Lori Foster, when she was inking pages for me, she was like, I don't know if I should come hug you or if I should clap for you because this is some of the some really good stuff that you're doing, but it's also, man, it hurts. It hurts seeing this on the page. Wait, is this for streamer name Andrew? What? Gotta love spam bots talking about crypto. Like it's perfect timing that the spam bots would come in talking about crypto and making money. So, but yeah, so I think there's a lot of things that I have learned from stories from TV shows, from animes, from movies, from books, and having those stories and being able to relate to the things that have going on, it helps. Number one, let you know that you're not the only person going through it, but also just helps you be able to open up about it more. And I love telling those type of stories in comic books, and that's what this trade is. It's one of those stories to get you into the story, get you excited by it. But I also, as a storyteller, um, I like telling those stories that punch you in your gut. I like going through the emotions. Like I hate, like for example, I hate when Marvel announces that they're going to kill somebody. Just do it. Don't tell me that. Like turn the page, and then I see Wolverine's dead. Oh my god, that hurts. And it very rarely works when they announce that the character is going to die. It very rarely works that the story has any impact because there's so much pressure to live up to that. You know what I'm saying? Like the only scenario where I saw it working was where it worked was Superman Doomsday when it first came out, and and Ultimate Spider-Man when they killed Ultimate Spider-Man. Those are the only two times where they announced the death, and it hurt, and I was emotionally disturbed by it, and it was really good. But um, I like that experience. I like taking you down, and I like bringing you up. So it's good stuff. It is good stuff. You guys should definitely check it out. Click over to fskgo.com and let's go ahead and knock this out the park, man. That's all it is. It's just a knock out the park. Pretty easy. So enough about Hotshot. We'll let that cook. I gave a lot of information. I gave a lot of info, a lot of dirt about the Hotshot series right there. So we're gonna let that cook for a little bit. I want to talk about this Superman trailer. Yo. So let me say this. I am an avid Man of Steel fan. Uh, I love, I love Man of Steel. I think Zack Snyder did a great job on it, especially when that was the movie that people were asking for, or the masses were asking for. And I'm a huge Henry Cavill fan, so I love Henry Cavill as Superman, and I love Man of Steel. Great, great films, and no one can turn me the tide against it. I am a big James Gunn fan. I love James Gunn. I love his work, and I think he has the great ability to make you care about characters you should not care about, which is why I'm excited about his Superman movie. But I saw that trailer yesterday, and with some minor gripes, minor, outside of my minor gripes, that trailer is amazing. Them, I guarantee you it will be, Sarah. I guarantee you it will be. Let me see. I guarantee you this is the movie's gonna get you to stop avoiding Superman movies because the music was from Superman 1. They recued it, through that as Ryan Robinson would say, they threw that dirty guitar on there. That guitar was dirty. And I just loved how it sounded with that guitar. It was just enough to be tossed on there to make it different but still have chimes of the past. My name is Mike Watson. I also go by the moniker of Most Epic, most enthusiastic person in comics. And and then the letter work, the text that they had popping up in between scenes, that was another call back to the old films, but again with a modernized or revamped look. And it was just enough to call back to it, but still be its own thing. So I love that. I love that nothing was said in the trailer except for the one line. There's only one line in there, and just for you to be able to absorb what you're seeing visually, because visually James Gunn has nailed that Superman. Like once we get that first scene of him saving, um, once you get that first scene of him saving the little girl, that's great. That's like that super slow mo, high speed catch. Because if he would have jumped up with her or anything like that, he probably would have broke her neck. So instead of doing that, he just gets behind her and he takes the impact of that. Um, I just, I love how everything flowed. My minor gripes is I don't like Clark's hair, but I get it. You're trying to make it real mushy top, messy. So you can't even equate him to looking like Superman. That's great. Um, the costume, I still don't like the costume. I mean, it looks good in this trailer, like in this world, but then you put the Man of Steel costume right next to that one. You're like, ah, the Man of Steel costume is still better. I mean, I'll accept this because I have no choice but to accept it. But it looks like it'll work for the world that they're in. I love that there are other superheroes in it. It feels like to me, James Gunn is going to finally do what DC should have been doing, which is just make their movies like their animated series. That's it. That's what they're going to do. And that's great. They're just throwing us right in. This isn't an origin story. Luthor already hates Superman. Lois and Clark already know each other. Lois already knows Superman. We're in the middle of everything. Like, this is a living, breathing world. And I think that's fantastic. Nathan Fillion is supposed to look weird. He's supposed to look like a jerk. He's supposed to look like a douche. And he looks exactly comic accurate. So that is how he's supposed to be because he is a dick. And I think Nathan Fillion is going to pull it off very well. They kill off Mr. Terrific for any reason we ride. No, Kyron, I don't think they're going to kill off Mr. Terrific. I think James Gunn understands. Mr. Terrific plays a key role in the movie, and he's going to be somebody you're going to see again and again. James Gunn has specifically said that they are not, making a movie based off of an eventual big bad. They are going to have a big bad, but that's not what this movie is about. It's not setting up a big bad. They're setting up a universe, a living, breathing superhero universe, just like the animated. Now, this part is me. This part isn't James Gunn, but just like the animated series. We already know their origins. We already know who these characters are. We've been living and breathing with these characters for, Superman's 75, 80 years old now as an IP and things like that. So we know Batman's origin. We know Flash's origin. We know Wonder Woman's origin. We know, Aquaman. We know all these characters. We don't need movies with their origin stories. We just need to see them existing just like they do in the animated series. No, you can still take pictures of food. I assume he meant to look stupid, but I'm just so used to him being generally beautiful. I dig it. But yeah, that is the all intents and purposes is him to look dumb, or like a douche at the end of the day. But Superman movie it looks really good. Like I said, I got minor gripes with it, but overall. It looks fantastic. And again, this is coming from a Man of Steel fan and a Henry Cavill fan. I think this movie's going to be good. And to everyone, or to the people that are making like the shots, taking to the Man of Steel fans taking shots at it, please stop. Just stop. All right, we got enough of that going around, man. Like, just let James Gunn cook and just go enjoy the movie. If you really love Man of Steel, you can go watch Man of Steel again. Like, just because I want to see this movie and just because this movie exists does not mean that Man of Steel doesn't exist. That Henry Cavill's performance as Superman isn't still there. Yeah, we wanted Man of Steel too. We wanted more Henry Cavill as Superman. That is something that we wanted, but it's not here. James Gunn is running the show. He's picked his Superman, and this is what it is. And I think it's going to be good. I think that movie absolutely is going to make it. I think that Superman movie is absolutely going to do $1 billion. It's going to do $1 billion. Let's show his parents here. Hey, Batman's origin story of watching his parents get killed is the most shown origin story in multiple forms of media ever. So I hope they stop doing that. I hope they stop doing that. We don't need to see it. And real talk, I really don't need a Batman movie because there's so many Batman movies. Like, Batman could just be in other people's movies, and I would be fine with that. Just like how he is in the animated series, in the animated movies. Just do that. Just do that. Because I'm also a Ben Affleck fan. You guys are probably gonna be like, "Oh, F this guy." I'm also a Ben Affleck fan as Batman. He's my favorite. Outside of Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton doesn't even get put in the category anymore for me because he's the GOAT. But Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman. All right, y'all. I know some of you guys are waiting to like the last minute, but just so you have your cards ready and your account up, we're at 21 minutes. 21 minutes, so let's get there. I can watch the OG Batmans any day. Yeah, I can too. Like, there's plenty of Batman movies to watch. Have you guys seen Secret Level yet? Have you watched Secret Level? Because I watched that. No spoilers, but um, I was disappointed with it, and that may be completely on me because they picked games for it that I did not care about. I'll tell you that. They picked a lot of games I just didn't care about. And they did stories for them. I was like, that's it? That's the ending we get? The 80s, 90s Batman movies will always be my faves. Batfleck fan. Yeah, F this guy. Yeah, I love Batfleck, man. But I will say I'm not the Helldivers. The dudes with the metal suits, the suits, they're like Helldivers. Well, why am I forgetting this? It's the thing that Henry Cavill plays. Warhammer. The Warhammer one was really good. The Concord one was really good. The Mega Man one was good, but it could have been better. It could have been better. And there was another one I thought was good. Oh, there was one where the dad chased after his daughter through space and time. That one was dope. But there wasn't really one and the one with Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves was awesome. The one with Keanu Reeves made me want them to make that a movie. Mega Man, I just wanted more. So that could be that Mega Man could have been a series, but I know they won't do that level of animation for a series, which they should, because the Mega Man looked good. I just felt like there wasn't enough in there for it, for me. I have seen some of the Penguin, and I have not finished it yet. There's just so much content to watch. Penguin was good. I absolutely enjoyed Penguin, and this is coming from someone who did not like the Batman. I was not a big fan of that, but the Penguin show was incredible. I still need to finish it though. I don't remember their titles, Kyron. And that was another thing. Like, they were super artsy with it. I was like, man, if y'all don't just put the title of this damn episode up here, I don't need all these blocks and cubes and all that unnecessary shit. And it just, I felt like they were just trying to be too fancy, too techno. What up, Danny J. Quick? Is you coming on here? You about to drop this 1800? You already talked about the Superman trailer. I talked about the Superman trailer for a bit. Yeah, I did. Did you like it? I think I saw on your page that you liked it. But if you want to talk about it again, like if you got some stuff that you want to comment on or say, go right ahead. I don't mind going back. I'm just killing time until we hit this grand slam at the last minute and get $1,800 on this Kickstarter to fund. Absolutely. 18 minutes left to go. David Murray, your name is showing up, sir. Right there. Your name is showing up. Yeah, so those are the ones I really like for Secret Level. The one where the dude was the test subject, I hated that one. I could write you a check. I'd mail it on through, brother. Mail it on through. Ask Danny when we're going to get issue 1 of Suckblade. Hey, Danny, you heard your man. You heard your editor. Hey, no, Kyron, you should be asking that. You're his editor in chief. Put him on a schedule. Put it on the calendar. You want it in February 2025, right after Danny finished writing the Hotshot Ace Blade crossover. But yeah, and I can admit that I probably didn't like Secret Level because of Secret Level could be good, but I just didn't like their game selection that they chose from. And then they tricked me. I thought there was going to be a God of War short in there, and there's not. It's like a cameo from them, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I thought that's what I want. That was one of the ones I wanted to see, the God of War short. Yeah, they're all out now, though. All the episodes are out now for Secret Level. I mean, it was fun to watch, but I think so. I feel like with something like Secret Level, even if I don't play the games, if the story is good, like in your short, then the story is good. Like I shouldn't have to play the game to like your short because you just made a good story. And me playing the game, this is just an extra bonus for me because I played that game and I liked it. The D&D episode was good. See, the Dungeons and Dragons episode to me was basic. I feel like I've seen that 100 times, and the only good thing about it really was like it looked really good. Like that dragon was super cool. I just feel like I've seen that 100 times out of the fantasy arena. Kyron says, I'm editor in chief in name only. I don't know when anything's happening. I got that Stan Lee Legends contract. So that means you got a cameo in each one of the books? Oh, Danny with the plug there. Thank you, Danny. He's put that link in there for you guys, gals, and people. Man, you guys are trying to y'all are trying to make this look really good. We're down to 15 minutes. I mean, I guess you really want one of those true, like My Hero Academia, Detroit Smash times 1,000,000 finishers. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But I'd like to caveat to saying Cleveland Smash or Columbus Smash, 1,000,000%. We'll see. Dave, all I have to say about the Super trailer is Yamcha pose. Yeah, David. Yeah, I saw people giving them crap for the Yamcha pose. I commend them for starting the trailer off like that because I am super interested in the movie because I need to know what put Superman to sleep. I need to know what made Superman cough blood. All right, that's dope because he didn't get back up and go back at it. He had his boy Crypto take him home. So whatever can do that to Superman, I need to see what it is, man. I think they're taking tabs from the show, the Lois and the Superman and Lois show, because man, they beat the brakes off that Superman. Did you see the promo shots of Walter Goggins suiting back up in his ghoul makeup for the next season of Fallout? No, I did not see that. I'm very excited because now I'm with the final episode. I'm all the way in on that show, bro. Speaking of My Hero Academia, are you caught up? Caught up, Danny. I've been caught up. I've read the season finale, the series finale, and I've gotten to read several pages from the final chapter. I'm trying to find the whole thing so I can read the whole thing in one flow. But yes, I'm completely caught up on My Hero Academia. It is amazing. You just finished season. So you're saying you just finished season 7, as in the anime? Because I'm beyond. I am beyond that. I have read the manga to completion. David said, I feel you. Yeah, man. So I think that's an interesting take because you show Superman being dope. You show Superman, doing a Superman thing. But then at the very beginning, you put that man to sleep. And you said, hey, you want to see this movie. The Dobby X and Denver X Icy Hot fight. Yeah, that was serious. That was a serious fight. And it had a lot of ups and downs in it, like a lot of back and forth because there was different moments for each one of the characters. I love that was a family story. And I think that's what people miss with My Hero Academia, that with this class, it's not just one person, especially the situation dealing with Dobby. That was a family situation. The reason that it didn't work is because one person was the catalyst of all of the destruction and swaying everyone in different directions. One person was at the point of all that. So to fix it or to resolve it, you needed that entire family to come together and be on page, and each of them have have accountability in repairing that situation, which I thought was very dope. Oh yeah, quick. I couldn't wait anymore. There's too many cool things happening in the anime, and then you got to wait for the anime. I mean, I'm not knocking the animators, all right? I understand you all have a job to do and it takes time, and I want you to do that. That's perfectly fine. But that's what the manga's for. I got impatient and I need to know what was happening. So, and I'm very happy with the ending of My Hero Academia. So no spoilers, no spoilers. My last minute heroes. We got 11 minutes. Just to let you know, we got 11 minutes. 11 minutes. I just want to make sure that you guys get those last minute heroics in on the Kickstarter just in time because we got 11 minutes. That's Eastern. That's Eastern time. So just make sure you have your screen up. make sure you have your screen up. Make sure you have that window open for checking the do you approve of this, blah 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 blah, and just go ahead and just 11 minutes. I know you want to see me freak out when $1,800 comes across this board right before 9:30. Like, I know that's what you want. You want to see me go insane and go crazy on the live stream, so you guys can make memes of it. You can make gifs, and do whatever it is that you young kids do with funny stuff that happens on the internet. What's up, Paige? Happy 2024, man. Yeah, so those are the big things. Secret Level, the Superman trailer, My Hero Academia. Like I said, I really loved the My Hero Academia ending. And Penguin's good. I gotta finish watching Penguin. I watched Vox Machina. Is that it? It's an anime about Dungeons and Dragons on Amazon. And it is really, 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 really good. It's not for the kids though. So just give you forewarning. But it's really good. Animated dopely, really great stories, great plots, some really just fun, interesting characters. So I would check that out. Vox Machina. I think that's it. Yes, Paige. I'm as ready as I can be for 2025, man. Yep, the Legend of Vox Machina. I'm as ready as I can be for 2025, man. Legend of Vox Machina is dope. It is. Very enjoyable, and there's some really good voice acting. Hey, man, Paige. Paige always comes into the room like, "What's up, y'all? Hey, y'all good? I'm good." Da 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 da. Like with the vibe, and then he'll come in and just say something that just takes it all away. That Superman trailer was blah. I mean, that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to it. I disagree. I thought the Superman trailer was hype. I think it's going to be very entertaining. It's like Paige likes to throw a stick of dynamite in the room and then walk out the room. David Murray said, I couldn't get into the Penguin. Why not? Because those type of stories aren't my forte that I go to, and I'm not a Penguin fan at all in any least. But I watched the first episode, and I was pulled into Colin Farrell's acting, what they set up in the story, and I actually found this more interesting than the Batman movie, which is funny because the Penguin is one of the reasons why I dislike the Batman movie. But I like his show. But David, why couldn't you get into it? Looks like what say movie, Paige? Because it does not look like Man of Steel. It is actually quite opposite of Man of Steel. Again, Man of Steel fan here. And Superman the Return, it does not look like that. Like, it looks like the return of Superman, what's his name? Bryan Singer directed it. This movie looks like how it was supposed to look. You want to see a Superman movie past Lex Luthor? That's cool. Lex Luthor is Superman's greatest villain. So he is, outside of Darkseid, which I would say Darkseid is more of a Justice League villain. Lex Luthor is the greatest adversary, a villain in Superman's Rogue Gallery. So you're going to see Lex Luthor. He's the trigger and anomaly to a lot of other villains that are created that become part of Superman's Rogue Gallery. So it's just not going to happen. You're tired of Lex Luthor because you haven't got a Lex Luthor that you've been happy with, and that's fine too. Again, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm just speaking mine as well. I'm not trying to upset anybody or anything like that, but I just think you're tired of Lex Luthor because you haven't got a Lex Luthor that you like. I feel like if they give you a Lex Luthor that's dope, you're gonna like it. And it looks like in this movie that Lex Luthor is the catalyst to what it is that Superman's fighting. And it's not just Lex. It's the fact that we have other things going on in this movie. This is like an established world. And I don't think you can have an established Superman world and not include Lex Luthor. He has to be there. Parasite and Metallo come from Lex Luthor. It's so it's so funny you say those two names, and those two characters come from Lex Luthor. From Lex Luthor's intervention, from him messing with and trying to take down Superman. So that's how we get those two villains. And I just don't think you can, like, James Gunn's purpose, and this is what James Gunn has said. He is trying to he's trying to create a living, breathing, already existing, already established superhero DC universe. So, like, it's all there. And you can't do Superman in an already existing, breathing role without having Lex Luthor there. Lex Luthor has to be there to some point. He's always going to be there. He is a kinship to Superman. So, and I don't mind it as long if it's settled. If it starts off the universe and it's good, then I don't mind it, and I don't think anybody else will mind it as long as it's good. We're only gonna care if it's not. And I would love to see Parasite, and I would love to see Metallo, but Lex Luthor is he's the trigger for those characters. Hey, Kyron out here trying to start it. He wants to get it cracking. Yo, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, y'all. Y'all cutting it close. I mean, I know I wanted a buzzer beater, but 4 minutes. It's like the new Batman movie, and it's his origin and the Joker again. It wasn't his origin. The new Batman movie was a year, or like his second year as being Batman, and the Joker was not in it. He was in there for a moment. He was in there in a jail cell. We barely saw him. The real villain, who does not get a lot of leading villain roles, was the Mad Hatter. And wait, was that it? The Mad Hatter, or yeah, no, hold up, who was he? That's terrible. The Riddler, sorry, the Riddler. I get the Mad Hatter and the Riddler mixed up. But the Riddler as a big time villain, in a leading villain role, that's something we hadn't seen before. But yeah, it's not an origin story, unless you're talking about a different Batman movie page. But the Batman was not an origin story. Second year, and the Riddler was the main villain there, and Joker just made a cameo. But again, the Joker is a part of Batman. That is just something that we're going to see. That's just something we are going to have. I mean, I love that he was not the first villain that Batman faces off, because I don't think he should be the first villain. You should get you should get some other people in there, like they're gonna do Clayface and stuff too. So, yeah, man, I'm fine with it. I want to see what James Gunn can do in this universe. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna watch Creature Commandos, get those other episodes in here. I'm gonna get me another bottle of water and chill out with that and see what's going on there. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Are you guys trying to do like what's that movie where the asteroid and then the oil miners go up to blow it up? Are y'all trying to do the Bruce Willis thing where we think it's over, like there's not enough time, it's not going to fund in time, and then somebody is sitting down there saying they won't fail, he doesn't know how to, and then all of a sudden $1,800 just comes across the screen right here? Is that what we're doing? All right, so I'm going to say it. It's going to fund. It doesn't know how not to fund. All right, so somebody hit that switch. Make that switch happen. 2 minutes. All right. Riddler. The Batman movie was a depression. Geesh. Now I can't disagree with you that much on that one, because I was not a fan of the Batman film. I thought it was super long, long in parts, and did not need to be. Armageddon. Thank you, David. Yes. Armageddon is the movie. That movie is not good, but it's amazing at the same time. He doesn't know how to fail, and his hand comes up. Awesome stuff, man. 118 seconds. We're in the final countdown. So any last minute buzzer beater, hit the button at the last second when you think there's no one there to hit the button, or that final swoop in to save that Superman did in the movie. If anybody wants to do that, now's the time. Now. 97 seconds. I'm loving it. Yeah, it was a long movie though. And then the scene where Batman crashes the car and he walks up the Penguin in the car, I'm just like, this is completely unneeded. Like it was just super long. Kickstarter's hard these days unless you have the nudity. I hear that. I hear that. December's a tough month to do it. It's not it is doable. It is very hard in December. But I wanted to get this book out before the new year. Which we will, because we got 49 seconds to hit this go. And we're gonna do that. There's somebody right now just sitting there hovering over the button, looking at the time, because they want to be the hero. They want to be the hero. And I will put extra stuff in there for the hero. I will give you shares. That's okay. 25 seconds left to go. Well, either way it goes, I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me as we are into the final countdown of this Kickstarter for the Hotshot trade. Oh, we got somebody. We got 2,300. We got 2,300 on there. Trying to make it happen. 45 seconds. What? Oh, dang, I went by. It was like 8 seconds and it went down to 1. There we go. The Kickstarter, it did not fund. It is unsuccessful, and that's okay. We will just package it all up, and we will do it again in January. They'll push a couple things back, but that is fine. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you do not. December's a tough month to cook in, holiday season and everything like that. To those of you that did pledge on it, Kyron, thank you. I know you did, man. I appreciate you. To those that did pledge to the Kickstarter, thank you so much. To those of you that shared it, I really, really appreciate you. I'm going to get this going again in January. And so I hope you all come back in January for it, and we'll get it funded then. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It is a bummer. Those things happen. But as the great Rocky Balboa said, baby, it's about how hard you get hit, fall down, and get back up. And we took a hit right on the chin, right there on the chin. We fell down, and now we're about to get back up. We got a lot of great comics coming in 2025. One Miss Kickstarter is not going to stop us. We're going to keep it going. I want to thank everybody for your help. I want to thank everybody for sharing. I want to thank those that pledged and everybody that was in my inbox trying to help me get this to come to light and come to fruition. Thank you so very much. But we'll catch you guys at the next one. Chat and Draw is going to be off for the next 2 weeks. So everybody, no need to apologize, Kyrie, man, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good holiday. Christmas is next week. And then we will catch y'all in the new year. I'll probably jump on here streaming with a game. Oh yeah, I told my daughter I was gonna play Little Nightmares. So I've got to get that. Got to play that game. I hope I have it on PlayStation Plus or something. And I'll probably be on here streaming art and playing video games outside of that. But Chat and Draw will be back in 2025, and Amani will be our first guest. Hey. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Those that hung out with me tonight and kept the conversation go, thank you. We'll catch you at the next one. I'm loving it.
A new hero emerged, vowing to protect the innocent and serve justice around the world, while maintaining a normal life as an art student. Introduce